The Art Institute Trip
by Emma,
Dama.
Ashley S.
Ashley,
The Art Institute is designed with its modern architecture towards the top levels and its ancient keepsakes and Greek architecture in the basement. There's also mummies and tombs in the basement, and a lot of it is a wraparound circle, which can get a little confusing at times, as you will end up in the same place a lot. The Art Institute also may seem very mirrored at times, but the good part is that it is structured in a way to also host big events to meetings in the education center. It also caters to children. I feel like the message the building is conveying is that they are losing sight or respect for the ancient art, as it can be more hidden and unable to find at times. But at the same time, I know they are they're trying to emphasize the message that all art is beautiful and we have room for all types of art, even though some are so unnoticeable and hidden.
Architecture and design of the Art Institute does change the art inside, because since they made the design ancient, the grand staircase caught my attention the minute I walked in, and the glass doors dividing into every exhibit gives you the choice of where to go next, adding a preview through the glass doors. The fact that the building is designed in a maze-like structure allows you to visit almost every piece of art, and one room leads to another area itself, and it's very spacious in general. For me, economic value does not change the art, because most art is stolen, and this goes into Galtong's triangle of violence, and it's culturally and direct violence. Our government and country think it's okay to steal art from other places, and it's direct because they don't think of the art having a significance to its origin or where it originally came from. Some art in the Art Institute is not stolen, but most art is, which is why money doesn't change my view in art in general.
The names of the exhibitions are categorized by time period, location, or style of the art. If it's a special installation, the museum often names it after the artist who made it and what it's about, or if there is a specific location it's from and the artist isn't specific, like the Neapolitan Crush, it would just be named by the location. This could be due to the want of the museum to attract more people to the installations out of curiosity, or make it easier for people to find what interests them right away from searching in one category instead of going all over the museum. The way the museum stores its artifacts depends on what kind it is. Many of the fragile small artifacts, dishes, vases, weapons, and clothing, etc., were held behind the glass to ensure nobody would try to touch or break them, since they're so little or fragile. Bigger statues and furniture, they would leave them out in the open with either a rope or an alarm system so nobody would get too close, either sounding the alarm or they just can't get over the rope. The actual art that was hanging on the walls wasn't really guarded at all. There would be an attendant in the room monitoring, but it was just so people could go up to the art and view it more. There were cameras everywhere in the museum, which is obvious because there's so much art and they don't want to ruin it. Overall, what this says about the museum is that it's a place that you can look at and have more thoughts about artwork, but you still have to have respect for the area you're in.
If I knew someone was watching me in the Art Institute, I would act more calm and be more cautious with the artwork. I would act differently than I would if I was alone, because even though I'm not doing anything wrong, I feel the need to be very careful and pay attention to the level of my voice. When you walk in, there's a handful of security guards walking around constantly. They're by the artwork and circling areas. There's a rope in front of the paintings to prevent any damage caused by people getting too close. Your voice level should be reasonable. They don't really imply a voice level, but just be respectful of others. The only rooms that are forbidden are only available to staff members.